That was I would say, if he were sitting in this, if you were interviewing Gordon right now, it would be, make it perfect with no crutches. I remember one time I made a dish and this, that, and the other thing, and I shaved truffles on it and blah blah blah, and I was like, oh, and then I couldn't help but say, oh my God, this is so great, this blah blah blah, and that would always push Gordon's buttons, and his nickname was Buddy. So it would push Buddy's buttons, and he said, Eric, don't tell me how good you are until you can do a tasting menu with a bag of parsnips. If you can wow people and make everyone just elated and crying in the dining room with joy with a bag of parsnips, then you can call yourself a chef. Until then, I just don't want to hear it, right? You have work to do.
So he kind of he helped you be humble. He
Oh,
taught you
yeah.
humility, right?
Yeah.
Well, how has that served you?
Yeah. Well, in the end, cooking in restaurants is only about pleasing guests. Being a restaurateur is only about making the guests in the dining room happy and elated. And I believe this fully, completely right now, today. Our job is to take care of people. That's hospitality, right?
Yeah.
At its root. And whenever I am in the kitchen and I let my big head get in the way, and I'm essentially I'm pleasing myself. I'm not really focused on the true, essence of what it is we're supposed to be doing, which is taking care of the guests. And frankly, it's taking care of the guests on the guests' terms, not on the chef's terms, right? And of course, there has to be some sort of a crossover. So case in point, I'm not a big fan of lavender. I don't like the flavor, but our kitchen is glassed in, and when I do something with lavender, duck with lavender honey, or lavender panna cotta and hazelnuts and apricots or whatever, I see the guests swooning in the dining room, I'm remembering, right. Lavender is super important. It's evocative and it's a beautiful thing. I just don't happen to like it. But what I like, ultimately, doesn't. I mean, it matters, but it doesn't really matter. The swooning in the dining room, really, that's the purpose of the whole
It's a great
thing.
lesson. That's a great lesson to pull away. Just all these things that you shared with us up to this point.